Jonathan Krinsky of BTIG joins us now because that was the focus of your note, which dropped during halftime today. And it got us thinking about whether this is finally the moment. Now, I probably have asked you and others that question 50 times within the last year. Is this the moment? But is this really it?
Scott, it's deja vu all over again. If you go back 13 months ago, July of 2024, small caps were hanging around flat year to date while the NASDAQ was ripping. We got a better than expected CPI report. Small caps, went pretty parabolic to the upside as the market started to price in a September rate cut. And here we are again. Small caps came into this week pretty much flat year to date. NASDAQ was doing quite well. We got a CPI report that kind of ignited them over the last 2 days. We're now fully priced in for September rate cut. And so, look, the breakout at this point, I think you have to give it some benefit of the doubt. The issue is it something sustainable more than just kind of a momentum unwind like we saw last July? And by the way, we saw a similar situation right after the election where small caps got a little surge, a little bit of unwind, and then the market kind of petered out. So, look, I think we're giving some respect to the breakout, but, we've been here before, and it's got to kind of hold this breakout for more than, a day or two.
Jonathan, before I let you go, is there a level that we need to pay attention to? We're at 23 and change, 2,300 and change on the Russell. The high 52-week is 2466.
Yeah, look, I think just the recent highs of the trading range the last few weeks, which we did clear this morning, and so I think the thought here is you can take a stab again, but again, we've been here before, and to your other guest's point, I don't know that anything has changed, and I don't know that this setup is any different than what we saw 13 months ago. So you can play it, but keep a tight stop. I'd also say that the other talking point we've been looking at is healthcare. Since the end of 2022, healthcare is down 4% versus the S&P is up about 65%. So just a massive spread. Now, a big part of healthcare is biotech, which is also a big part of small caps. So keep an eye on biotech. It's clearing the 200-day moving average for the first time in a while. But I think healthcare is a good contrarian trade. And I think broadly, healthcare makes more sense to us than just small caps.
Okay. We'll talk to you soon, Jonathan. Thanks. Jonathan Krinsky, BTIG.